I don't know what you're asking. Chicago has numerous locations. Harlem and Grand Avenue, or Harlem and Belmont, is where I would like to be dropped off. I cannot provide you, for safety reasons, the exact suite name, doctor name, and address of my physician, nor do I have to legally. The transportation included with the insurance describes that as long as a doctor's appointment that will be verified, I'll submit to my insurance company to verify I went, that transportation will be provided. I have a bachelor's degree in medical law and ethics and new business development, so I'm very familiar with my rights. Okay, so you can, for the address, you can just type in Harlem and Belmont, Elmwood Park, Illinois, and that would be perfect. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I wouldn't know because, as I said, I've been being blatantly denied medical rights for several months. So I've been on foot, pregnant, as a mother of 3, who I still have legal custody over, primary legal custody over. Besides being abused and denied medical, I've also been denied any sort of assistance in obtaining an emergency doctor's appointment. I just lost a twin pregnancy December 26th because someone scratched my cervix open with their finger in the middle of the night while I slept in an Airbnb. I have filed numerous police reports for many different occurrences of abuse. The police have not followed up with me at all in any way. So I'm working closely together with whatever caseworker I can deal with at the Fulton Market location, or whoever I can deal with when I call the 1-800 number or physician's offices, so that I can be seen without having to disclose the exact physician's name to whoever is following me and gang stalking. If they're on foot, they're used to me being on foot. So if a van pulls up and in, sense.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm so sorry that everything you encountered.
Thank you.
You have a case manager with Elena.
Yes, I do.
Have you been talking with her?
I don't know if that's her name. Again, a lot of the times when I go into the office and meet with these people, they still wear masks. They're very secretive. It could be. Again, I'm living out of a U-Haul cart right now. So a literal luggage cart. I have my luggage, my 3 bags. I went from a 5-bedroom home where me and my 3 children live together. And I've been on my own since 18 years old. I'm 36, to 5 duffel bags. I have a novel written, 400 pages of all the times that they have sexually assaulted me, beaten me over the head with a tire iron, stabbed me 11 times. I have everything in great detail, but again, I'm walking around with a cart trying not to be stalked. So it's very difficult for me to find the details of the call because, again, I can't even go sit down at a Starbucks because they say that my luggage is intrusive to their patio. So I'm literally on the sidewalk, huddled in a little ball underneath my luggage, trying not to be followed and stalked to the doctor, and also not to neglect my pregnancy, so that the gay couple that's being incentivized to pay money to steal my baby don't have a leg to stand on when they try to do so. They're trying to say that I'm unfit and I'm not seeking prenatal care because I am homeless. And I am homeless because they have literally thrown me out of my home and abused me for 4 years. I need to see a doctor without exception, and I don't want to disclose any further information about the location. I know for a fact that when they submit the codes for the medical visit, you guys on the encrypted end, on the end where everything is super secretive, will have everything you need. Even if I have to walk a mile from where the transportation leaves me, I do not want it on file so that there is the least amount of, tampering, stalking, assault, etc., and so forth. That's why I'm saying Harlem and Belmont is perfect, because, as I said, if someone is listening to that, there are about, 50 or 60 doctor's offices in that area. Do you know what I'm saying? It would take them a while to try to locate me. I don't want them to stalk me, and I need to keep this appointment.
And I do completely understand. So, let's see if we can get this to where we do need on our end to just verify so we can get that taken care of.
Okay.
And then I will be right back.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for your patience.
Everybody wants to be a fucking social media superstar. It's disgusting. I'm literally here, curled in a ball, trying to have a private conversation, and they literally just follow. And they know that I'm connected to the Wi-Fi at Starbucks, and I cannot move away. This shit is disgusting. These are losers. These are not fucking resources or people offering help. They walk up, make contact, ask for information, claim that they have assistance, and then don't do shit. This is the same thing I've been going through for years. Hi, I have a question. Bitch, you don't have a fucking question. These people are thirsty. Everyone wants to be the solution. It's sick. It's like they've literally been watching my story unfold for 4 years. 4 years I've been broadcasting publicly everything that's going on. No one has done a goddamn thing. No one. But whenever I go live, everyone wants to run in and get their face on the camera. Get away from me. Get away. It's sickening. It's fucking sickening. Like, look at how I'm sitting right now, you guys. Do you see this? Like, I'm literally sitting in the corner on the street, on the side of the store, with my cart blocking me. With the cart blocking me. I'm good. Not us. You need to separate from me. Immediately. It's the same thing every morning with this person. It's not the real Xavier. The real Xavier, like, literally hugs me and holds me and kisses me and rubs my feet and back.
Heather?
Yes.
Hi. Okay, so the address or the phone number I called, I don't think was the correct one. Once on the line, I think I found the one that looks like it's out of Harlem.
Okay, like I said before, I'm unwilling to give you the address or contact information at my doctor. I don't think that you need to be involved. And I have a ride. As I've said now 10 or 11 times.
I do understand that. And as explained, I do need to just get some questions answered. I think I found the phone number that I'm needing, so I'm going to try on a different number real quick, okay?
Okay, but I've not given you permission to call and ask my doctor's office anything, so you're now again violating the terms of Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act. I have not given you permission to speak with anyone in my medical office, and I would like to. Patient is supposedly included, and you're insisting that you have the right to contact my personal physician and call the office of my personal physician when I've already let you know that I have been being stalked and abused, and that discretion with regards to my appointment is incredibly important. That all I would like is a ride, as I've been promised by my caseworker, to Harlem and Belmont. And then you put me on hold and decided to call my doctor's office, and you don't see any problem with that?
So, I do understand where you're coming from. I do understand you want to know.
Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. If you cannot arrange transportation without infringing upon my privacy rights and the laws, then that's all you need to say, and we need to end the call, and I will figure something else out. I'm not going to continue to be putting myself in a place of danger because you guys cannot get it together.
Heather, if you'll bear with me one moment, I'm going to be reaching out to the supervisor. I'm placing you on another hold.
Okay. Okay, so this is exactly what I've been dealing with. Either they don't answer at all, or when they do answer, they want me to provide. And I've provided 4 times in one single call my social security number, my birth date, my full government name. They ask me if I have a middle initial. They ask me security questions, like my mom's maiden name, and it's always something random. Sometimes they ask nothing. Sometimes they ask 4 or 5 questions. I cannot continue to provide this information only to arrive at my appointments to be attacked. It's an ambush. Like, I literally arrive there wherever I'm going. It could be at my children's homes. It could be to deliver food to my children, either fake members of law enforcement or CIA, as they call themselves. It's previous members of Hollywood, actors, wearing law enforcement badges, pretending to be cops, stalking me all around. I have so many videos. If you guys go to the One Heather GEE account, you can see where my home was broken into. I was using the Blink security camera to monitor everything. Everything is well documented. Eric Shull came to my house and installed hotel latches, a new deadbolt, and a new door handle lock. So 4 locks in total, 3 new ones and 1 deadbolt that was already there by the facility. I went to bed, woke up in the morning, and every lock was open and turned open, and the door was opened. $800 or more cash was stolen from me in the 3 months I was there. Clothing, food, all types of stuff. All types of stuff. I asked within a week to violate that contract, so whatever that contract is, lease, to terminate that lease, have a refund on my security deposit and first month's rent so that I could find somewhere else to live, and I was told by grant, no, you may not. But you can leave, but we're not going to give you a refund. I said, okay, then obviously I'm not going to leave. I'm not just going to give you $5,000 and walk away. That's all I have. And this was last year, January 1st of 2022. I lived there until April 1st when 4 fake cops, not real, fake cops, kicked my door down or used one of those huge metal battering rams, kicked my door down and told me I needed to leave and literally physically assaulted me, grabbed me by my face, grabbed me by my chest, slammed me against the wall. All of this is on body cam footage, all of it. To this day, I have been outside since being displaced from that home. 3 people, Alexis, Will, and Juan, have helped me with shelter for about 1 to 2 weeks each. Xavier came after Juan dropped me off, telling me that he was sent by God and his brother was the district attorney and that they were there to help me. We spent 1 week inside and in his father's house on the Gold Coast and have been outside ever since. Ever since. I worked at Gatier for 4 months. I paid for Airbnb for those 4 months. My entire check, or 90% of it, went for food for Xavier and I and my children and shelter. And Christmas came and I got my kids each about $300 worth of gifts, and that's it. That's all I've been able to spend my money on. Everything that they do is contractions. I went into labor. We called 911, and by the time the ambulance arrived, I had already delivered one of the two babies. I was taken by ambulance to Swedish Covenant Hospital. Both babies passed away. How much more can one woman handle? 2 weeks ago, I laid in my tent on the side of the road, feeling sick, and it was 3:30 in the morning. I finally had fallen asleep. Xavier was being incredibly abusive the entire day. Again, one of numerous times that I told him, I don't want you to follow me. Please leave me alone. I involved the police. The police responded earlier in that day. I told them he is harassing me. He is stalking me. He is calling me every name in the book. He is relentless with the abuse and will not leave me away. Law enforcement told him to be nice to me or go away and left. Yes, that's the day Franco passed by on his bike. Or a Franco lookalike. Who fucking knows anymore? No one has done anything to assist me, but they have done so much to cause me pain and detriment. My biggest fear is that if this has continued since Love After Lockup in 2019, I've never had a problem like this in my life ever. Nothing even remotely similar. Nothing. Nothing at all. We're 4 years in, and it has not stopped. If this is the type of abuse I'm going through, and I'm a 36-year-old woman who can articulate, I've had Botox, Radiesse, Juvederm, everything. I've spent all my money on my children and myself, knowing fully well that people judge based on appearance, that opportunity is provided based on appearance, because that's the type of life that has been created around me. You don't get jobs if you don't look a certain way. You don't get jobs if you don't talk a certain way. You don't get jobs if you don't do a certain thing. You don't get jobs if you don't hide that they rape you. They want to rape all of us, and they want us to just be quiet. They want us to passively lay down and be sexually assaulted and physically abused and not get upset about it. Well, I'm upset, and I've been upset, and I have been recording. Yes, you can call them hysterical. Some of them are calm. Many of them are hysterical. Can you blame me? If I can articulate as a grown-up woman with an education that I am not safe, that I am not being treated fairly, that I am being abused regularly, and no help ever arrives, what hope is there for any child who's experiencing something like this? What hope is there for any addict? What hope is there for any person who truly does have a mental health issue? There's none. There's no help. If there was, how is it possible that I would still be out here 4 years later? Before I went live, I called them 2 times. The first time I spoke with a lady, sat on hold for 8 minutes. She hung up on me. The second time I spoke with another lady, explained the situation. She transferred me to a third person. Every single step of the way, I've had to verify my birthday, my name, my phone number, my social security number. Of course they're fucking stealing my identity. And they have been. I have submitted to DHS handwritten narratives, typed up narratives, every fucking thing, everything that I can think of to do. I have never had a substance abuse issue. I've never been an addict, and I've never been crazy. I have PTSD, depression, and anxiety, as well as ADHD, and I have since I was a teenager. I've never taken medication for them until I was an adult. 21 years old, I finally said, okay, I'll take something. My doctor and I put me on a PRN dosing schedule, as I need. I'm a very, very, very intelligent person. I'm also a clinical medical assistant with a bachelor's degree in new business development and medical law and ethics. My focus was healthcare administration. I took numerous courses that were each a year for coding, billing, law and ethics, EMR, anything you can think of. I have taken a class for it. In DuPage County, in Cook County, at Triton College, at DuPage, College of DuPage, online, American Intercontinental. I have literally been in school and a student since I was 14 years old, taking healthcare-centered courses, even through high school. Psychology, biology, clinical medical assisting and phlebotomy, the Illinois School of Medical Careers, fitness, NCCPT, NASM, ISSA, all three. I have done all three. Don't tell me that I'm mistaken. I'm not mistaken. This is what I know. Don't tell me that I'm safe when the same day the tent is ripped open and I'm kicked in my face by a man at 3:30 in the morning. The same day I called police for help about Xavier and they did nothing. And do you know what they did when I called them for help the next day about that assault? They said, yeah, that's a bad area. I'm sorry, the Gwen, Chicago, Illinois, Michigan Avenue, the Gwen, attached to Nordstrom. I was approximately 300 feet from the entrance to the Gwen. Security cameras everywhere. No assistance provided, no arrests made, no investigation started. Am I just supposed to die in the street before anyone intervenes? And now they're saying that they're referring to me as a, quote, breeder, like a dog, and saying that that someone is trying to steal my baby, a couple, a lesbian couple or a gay couple, and that they're doing everything they can to obstruct my medical so that when the baby is born, at the time of birth, when the doctor asks, have you had prenatal care, I'll have to say no. I've been calling on lives. I've been calling with witnesses. I've been doing I went to Fulton. I went everywhere. I have asked advocates. I've been working with several caseworkers. What do you want from me? How much more am I going to go through? I need to be in Elmwood Park in about an hour and a half. I don't think it's going to happen. On the record, I want Xavier to leave me alone. I don't want to be abused anymore. I woke up this morning and he knew we had this doctor's appointment and claims that he cares for the baby. I asked him to hurry, telling him that we were going to be late. He said he has a hard time putting pep in his step if he hasn't been laid. Really? As I said numerous times before, unless I'm willing to have sex with Xavier, he treats me like absolute shit. And I have been abstinent, besides being raped, since I met him. I have asked him to stop following me hundreds of times, no less, sometimes on camera, sometimes off. When I finally reach my limit, and I'm having like a complete breakdown, like I don't give a motherfuck, I will do anything. He then starts rubbing my feet, rubbing my back, telling me that he didn't do that, telling me that he's so sorry, that he loves me, that I'm his queen. I'm his queen. We have about 100, give or take, hours of recorded audio of Xavier admitting to everything. And me also saying, it seems very out of character. It seems almost like someone gets in Xavier's skin, like if we're a video game or something, and they take away his true personality and replace him with a fucking monster. A moralist, disgusting monster. He acts completely out of character, and I've said it a million times. This is not my husband, nor is this a person I want any future with. At all. I met Xavier having been abused. Juan, Alexis, and Will offered me temporary housing after the Montclair debacle, Eric Scholl got involved and offered me temporary housing in Arlington Heights and then got me the apartment at Montclair. There's literally about 20 other men. None of them did I have sex with voluntarily. A handful of them sexually assaulted me. All of it's written down in great detail with names, addresses, times, and dates, and it's all been turned over to the state of Illinois a number of times. In addition, I directly file petitions at 555 West Harrison and the Daily Center. Still have not been awarded a court date. You don't believe me? Scroll back on this channel to 2019 and just listen. Just listen, because it's all there. Go to the HLG Forever _ account. Go to the One Heather GEE account. Go to mercifulstorm.com, spellout.com, all on Instagram. All of it's there. All of it's indicated in live broadcasts or pre-recorded broadcasts. None of it is fake. 100% of it is true. Again, last night, yesterday morning, we were all the way at Clybourne and Fullerton, halfway to my doctor's appointment. I told Xavier we needed to continue on. He said his father called and said he would be home all day to give us money that we needed for transportation. We walk all the way back downtown, another maybe 10 miles, to pick up the money, arrive here around 3 or 4 p.m. and sit on the fucking curb a block away from his dad's house for 3.5 hours waiting for the money. His father is nowhere to be found and doesn't answer the phone. So we still don't have the money. And now I'm missing my fucking prenatal appointment that's high risk and 20 weeks. I just lost twin babies in December 26th, the day after Christmas. I have 3 children. I didn't ask for any of this. None of it. I was so satisfied with my 3 children. So happy with my family. Ready to just get married, settle down, maybe have one more kid, have a house, our own business, never ever be part of the mix, have no drama. They have literally done any and everything in their power to destroy every aspect of my existence. And I just keep going. 4 years in, I just keep going. But don't let me ask you to rewind all the way to 2015-16 with the Internal Affairs Department's involvement, because that might start connecting too many dots. I'm tired. I'm not tired. I'm exhausted. Mentally, physically. I have, just because of all of the hatred I was receiving and threats about custody from strangers. They're not even from authorized, people. I took it upon myself, in addition to preceding the unlawful detainment, where I was taken to a literal rape chamber where they sedate and rape people. I had 3 independent psychiatric evaluations besides the evaluation of my own primary care physician, who I've been seeing for a little under 10 years now, every month. All of them said the same thing, that I am being abused and that my responses are completely rational and causal to living through such abuse. That there is nothing wrong with my mental health, that I am incredibly strong, one of the most psychologically strong women that they have ever encountered. But that's not what they say in the comments. And if it was just the comments, it would be one thing. But there's spillover into my real life. It's not just people following me online anymore. There are people following me in real life, bludgeoned me, broke my skull open. You've seen the videos, have you not? I needed staples in my head, jumped me and stabbed me 11 times with screwdrivers. Kane County says still no one was charged, so that's why they haven't given me any victim services. Raped, sleep deprived, food deprived, stalked. We're in my hometown. We're in my hometown, Chicago. We're in my hometown. This shit has fucking followed me to Tampa Bay, Florida, Miami, South Beach, Atlanta, Georgia. It doesn't matter where I stop to rest. As soon as I fucking take a deep breath, they're there. They're there. And they're waiting to fucking It felt as though my insides had been electrocuted. I was literally shaking from the inside. I don't do drugs. I don't even take over-the-counter medicine, prenatal vitamins. When I get super anxious and sad, I'll smoke a CBD vape. I used to just only smoke pot. I might switch back to that. Medicinal marijuana has been more assisting of calmness, or more compatible and conducive to calm without sedation. If anyone has ever been sedated before, or anxious or scared, and taken like a muscle relaxer or an anxiety agent like a benzo, like a Xanax, it knocks me out. I'm a lightweight. I don't have a long history of substance. Like if I take a 0.25 dose of something, I am sleeping for hours. I am very, very sensitive. Pot has been everything for me in getting calm without sedated, in being rational and logical, and like slowing down the hysterical feeling I feel and fear that I feel from the situation, but still permitting me to function and, exercise and take myself to other healthier coping methods. There is no psychotropic that has done that for me. None. None. And you can hear it. You can hear it in all recorded phone calls that the state has access to. I would be literally hyperventilating on the phone with Dylan like I just got raped, or this guy just put a gun to my head. I'm fucking scared. The police don't help. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm scared. And he would literally like walk me through the process like, babe, go and get your bowl. Everything's gonna be fine. You're fine. Everything's okay. Take a deep breath. You're home now. You're safe now. And you would just hear me on these phone calls like go from being completely terrified and hysterical to so calm. Literally in like a puff. I'm not like out here smoking, ounces every day, like maybe a dime bag, if that, or a $20 gram for the whole week. I'm by myself usually. I met Xavier 16 months ago, and as I said before, he represented himself as the brother of the district attorney. I had already been petitioning the court for 4 years for assistance. I trusted that he was there to help me. Nothing about the situation has improved in any way. If anything, it has gotten dramatically worse. I was not impregnated by any of the rapists prior to meeting Xavier. Xavier got me pregnant twice, once with twins last year, who passed away at 20 weeks when I went into preterm labor, and now this pregnancy. I miss my babies. I want to go home. This is every morning, you guys. Every morning I have to reckon with myself, like, where are we today? I took a photo and I'm going to upload it next in a reel of about 20 pages of fake numbers and agencies that claim to offer assistance that do not. I called 311 on another recorded line, which is supposed to be this magical phone number that you call, and they send a bus to come pick you up, and they take you to a women's program for abused women, and especially pregnant women. They literally transferred me to a voicemail box. I called 4 times, waited on hold for probably close to an hour, had to call 911 and be transferred from 911 to 311 because Xavier refused to offer me Wi-Fi, and that's the only phone service that I had. So you can call 911 if you don't have service on your phone. The call will always go through. It won't go through to 311 or any other local number. So I literally had to call 911, have explained to them what was going on, have them transfer me to 311, wait on hold just so that they could transfer me to a voicemail box and not offer me any assistance. And this is not new. Again, this has been going on for 4 years. And as I've said a million times, I have a father who doesn't really have a big house. He has a small house. But my father, in my entire life of knowing him, would never tell me that I could not stay with him. As I've said a million times, if my father had a fucking paper bag to live in, his door would be open to me. Like, it doesn't matter. That's my father. It is not that way. I don't know what the targeting, I refer to it as targeting when smear campaigns are used with your family. Anyone who has ever been the subject of an investigation before, or related to someone, married to someone, or in a relationship with someone who's been the target of an investigation understands what I'm talking about. They literally attack you from inside. They pin your family against you, your friends against you, but I don't have any crimes. I don't sell drugs. The worst crime to society I ever had was that I was an escort. I was going on dates for money, which is not illegal. No one likes that. People don't like it when women are independent and making high hourly wages. The government most definitely doesn't like that. And I was paying taxes. They don't like it. Everyone is looking, when they see you making a little bit of money, everyone is looking for a way to capitalize off of you. Well, look what you've done now. Are you making any money off of me now? I don't even have fucking breakfast money. Yesterday, I watched Xavier eat 3 meals, and I ate half of a big breakfast. I went to McDonald's, spent a little bit of the $30 I had that I'm saving for glasses for my children. My 3 children need eyeglasses. So I'm trying to save the little money I have. I spent $6 on a big breakfast, cut every single item in half, and gave half to Xavier. Xavier ate 3 meals after that for the rest of the day, and I didn't eat. I'm 5 months pregnant. So you people have literally taken everything from me. I have nothing left to give. Nothing. Can you back off now? You've sucked me dry of every fucking thing I have. Can you back off now? And then they say, oh no, we'll human traffic them. The ones that we've already broken, the ones that we've already robbed, the ones whose money we've already taken, we'll put them to work. And we'll steal all the money. And that's what they mean by the stay woke movement. This shit is happening. It's been happening for years. I'm not the only person it's been happening to. When they say stay woke, they mean open your fucking eyes and look at what's going on around you. One love. Would you like to be treated the way that they're treating me? Would you like to wake up from your bed at 3:30 in the morning and have a grown man kick you in your eye? Would you like to be raped in the street? Would you like to be walked around for 5 days and nights without being able to go to sleep? Falling asleep on random benches? You're sober, but it looks like you're nodding out because you're being sleep deprived on purpose. Would you like that? The One Love movement is a question of, if you wouldn't want it for yourself, how do we look the other way and allow it for anyone else? Society as a collective has a job to do, and that's identify injustices as they are taking place and come up with solutions for them to create a better society for everyone. How many years do I have to be oppressed? How many years do I have to record such oppression before anyone steps in? I'm not tired, I'm exhausted.